It is that time of year again. It is Hobonichi season. It sneaks up on me every single year. The summer goes by so quickly that by the time we're reaching the end, I can't believe that it's about to be September and they're releasing the lineup. I never feel fully prepared to think about my next year's Hobonichi as I still have like 3 or 4 months left to journal in my current year, but here we are. I don't need to be the one to tell you that ordering this year is going to be a bit more complicated for people in the US. As I'm recording this, it is Monday, August 25th. I'm not sure exactly how things are going to look after the 29th. A lot of people have posted some really great information on Reddit and in the various Hobonichi Facebook groups. I haven't gotten down into the weeds yet to kind of calculate what my potential order might cost or how much it would cost now versus in 4 days. I'm not going to be thinking too intensely about it quite yet. I just know that on the night of the 31st, if I put my cart together and it looks absurdly expensive, I'm just not going to go for it. I'm then going to look towards an American retailer, at the expense of maybe losing out on some of the things that I would have liked. But at the end of the day, adding on a huge extra tax tariff to my order, it's just not something I want to stress myself out about. I'm already approaching this year knowing that I may not complete my order from the Hobonichi website, so, we'll see how it shakes out. But for now, here is my current wish list for the 2026 lineup and just some of my general thoughts on the lineup this year. I feel like there were a lot of really fun designs this year. I think overall it was a year with a lot of cute designs. There have been some years in the past where nothing has really excited me. Obviously there's one design in particular that has really kept me in the game this year, which I'll get to, but I feel like this lineup had something for everybody. So I think it was a good year. So next year I will be staying in a full book English A6. I've really liked journaling in the full book this year. Honestly, the Avec is meant to save space and save your book from bulking up, but what happens is that I'll have 2 books floating around and maybe 2 covers. It actually kind of just adds to the clutter in my room, so I like having everything consolidated into one book, even though my book is getting a little bit chunky, but I don't really mind. As far as the plain covers go, I didn't really like any of the new colors. I was kind of bummed out about that. I did like the front of the Airy Flamingo cover. It has almost the same inside color as Water Candle from last year, that orangey pinkish color, and I am journaling in Water Candle, so I didn't want to have the same exact interior color. I really liked the sage green and water green leather colors, but I never actually want to spend that much money on a leather cover, so I kind of was wishing that they had made those colors for just the regular A6 covers. And I also liked the Ivy Forest, but it's only for the cousin. There's kind of a pattern. I guess I really wanted a green this year. And I would buy the Ivy Forest for my day free because I have an A5 day free that I just journal whatever in. But because of the, cover and book duo rule this year where you have to buy a book with every cover, I am obviously not going to buy that. So I will not be purchasing Ivy Forest. The main event of this lineup for me was the Moomin cover. Can't believe they did this. Of course, it happened on a year when things are kind of complicated. But if you didn't know, the Moomin collaboration, first of all, Moomin as an IP is they're very specific about collaborations. You have to go through a kind of lengthy approval process when you want to collaborate with them. I own a keyboard that was made through an official collaboration with the Moomin Troll universe, and it had to go through multiple approvals for portrayal of characters and colors and such. The IP holders are just very picky, which I actually like, because when someone makes a Moomin merch thing, it ends up being exactly what they want. So I actually like that they do that. But generally Hobonichi does a collaboration with Moomin for their Loft collection, which is only available in Japan and it's only ever a week's. I was so surprised that they dropped a main collection just on their normal site. I can't believe that they're letting us just buy it off of the site. This is my white whale. Honestly, if they didn't have the Moomin collection, I don't know if I would even be considering ordering from Hobonichi this year. I would just like wait till it got to Jet Pens or Yoseka or something. Like I wouldn't be trying to order off the website, but I definitely got burnt by the Paddington Weeks last year and also the website like crashing on order day. So I like don't know. The only reason that I'm like going through the gauntlet again is because I'm like worried that it's gonna get super sold out. But honestly, I haven't seen a ton of people adding it to their wish list, so I am a little hopeful that like it's not too hard to get this year. I think like last year really put a bad taste in everybody's mouth, and you know, it wasn't even really that things were truly selling out, it was that the website was crashing. But by the time that it like they got back around to it, like things did sell out. And when I tried to get the Paddington Weeks like a week in, when they did that like restock, it sold out in seconds. So I don't know what's gonna happen this year. Again, it's just a notebook cover, but that is why I'm trying to like have my head in the game, because otherwise I would just wait for it to go to Yoseka. Along with the Moomin cover, they have so many little accessories. I definitely want to buy some pencil boards. I don't know if the pencil boards are one of the things that's like super affected by the tariffs. I believe so. I know that the like Stapo thing is. I think the pencil boards might be too. So not sure about the pencil boards, but I definitely want to try to get the A6 cover. I love the inside of the cover with the firework design. It's so cute. I feel like I tend to flip back and forth between a bright cover and a dark cover every year. So like 2 years ago, I had a darker cover. This year, I have the water candle, which is a really bright inside. And I like that the Moomin cover on the inside is like a navy. So really hoping that that works out. But again, I have to kind of see what that cart price looks like. But oh my God, I can't believe that it happened this year, but whatever. Okay, so other than the Moomin cover, I really like the Amarone zip cover. Like I like the red-brown color. My only concern with the zip cover is that once the book gets like super huge, you're not gonna be able to zip it, right? Which I didn't even really consider until I sat down and thought about it. But I like the idea of being able to keep all my journaling supplies in there. But I just am like, I feel like it's better for people who are just writing in their books. I am like putting in stickers and pictures on every other page, so it's huge if I am journaling every day. So I don't know if I want to go for a zip cover, but it is really cute. I'm so glad that they have more Yumi Kitagishi designs this year. I like that it's kind of become a Hobonichi staple of the last few years. The white cat's table decorations is so cute. I love all the details that they always have on the inside of these books where it looks like you have things in like the little pockets. This is definitely, I feel like, one of the most popular choices this year. I'm seeing it on everybody's wish list. It's really cute. It's a little bit too similar to the Little Gifts cover that I had 2 years ago, so I don't think I'll go for it, but it is really cute. I love how the tabs have that little pattern on them. I think that's such a cute detail. The little house design I also really liked. It made me wish we had like an Anne of Green Gables book design, or like Little Women. I was just starting to like imagine all of like the classic books we could have a design for. I also love when the covers mimic a book, so they have the name on the spine. In 2021, I had the Cat and Dog book cover, and I really like that one. So I always think that's like a really cute design detail. It would be cute if someone like always bought the book cover every year and then like their stack of Hobonichi looked like a bookshelf. I'm hoping that maybe we'll do like they'll have like an Anne of Green Gables one year, because I know that Anne of Green Gables is actually really popular in Japan. I think they just like made a new anime for her actually. So I think it would be a cute collaboration for them to do. The Field Sky cover I also really liked. It reminds me of those photograph covers that Hobonichi had several years ago. This is before my time. But I remember like the iconic Hobonichi cover to me was that little dog. For some reason, like I always think of that little dog as like one of the OG Hobonichi covers, and this just like reminds me of that style. I think it's really cute. It kind of reminds me of like the plants you see on top of like a sand dune in the Outer Banks. But I also think the white on the inside of the book is interesting. I feel like it would get really dirty. I'm really surprised that we didn't get more hone designs this year. I was thinking that if there was a really cute hone design that I would try that style of book out this year. I like the idea of having a hardcover Like, I'm surprised that they gave us a little house home design, but not Moomin. If Moomin had been a home design, I would have like really had my work cut out for me debating on what to get. The Galloping Horses and In the Forest are really nice covers, but they're not enough to sway me from the Moomin design. I would consider them if the Moomin design didn't exist. You see how I'm like basing all of this off of which one beats Moomin for me? Obviously, I'm a big Moomin girl, so this is like, you know, what I have to focus on this year. But I do think that there are just like a lot of really nice options design wise this year. Not so much in the A6 colors. I don't know what happened. Something about the A6 colors just remind me of like 2009 almost. Like they have like a 2009 to 2013 vibe, which isn't bad. I just feel like I saw some of those color combinations a lot as like a preteen, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. As far as the weeks go, I did not use my weeks at all this year. I was so surprised because I used it quite a bit in 2024. I had like habit trackers and like events and like time blocks. But this year I've just been doing all of my planning on a Google Calendar. I'm in the last year of my job on my current contract, so my job's going to end in April, which is just like the nature of the field that I work in, so hopefully I'll be rolling on to another project in April. And, you know, maybe if I had a new job then I would want a new Hobonichi weeks. I'm remote right now also, so like I think if I ended up with a hybrid or in-person job, I would want to have like a physical planner with me at work. So, you know, if that is what happens in April, then maybe I would go for a week's. And in that case, then I would add one of the zip covers to it. I liked one of the zip covers last year too, but it ended up being like a pretty expensive order last year, so I didn't go for it. But if things change with my job situation, then I would probably purchase a week's. But I just don't need it when I'm working from home. As far as accessories go this year, obviously I'm eyeing quite a lot of the Moomin collection, but just keeping an eye also on the price and what's gonna happen on the 31st. I also really love the Forest Lake cover on cover. I may order one of those just to put on some of the plain covers that I already have, just because I think it's such a cute design. I love the little swan. I also like the sticker sets. I've used dot stickers, especially in a ton of my journaling in the past, so I'm looking at those as well. I never have too many stationery items in my Hobonichi order, and this year with everything going on, you know, who knows, like I have to do the research into like which taxes affect what, because I know that it's a little bit complicated. But overall, I'm hopeful. And again, you know, if things are just a little bit too pricey on the official website, I will just wait to check out some retailers in person, which is always a fun experience anyway. So those are my thoughts on the 2026 lineup. I hope you guys have also found something that you're really excited about this year. And I hope that wherever you are, your orders go well. I especially hope for my US friends that the process goes smoothly for us, or that you're able to check out somewhere in person. I always think it's fun to do stationery shopping in person. But that is all for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.